Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. For the next couple of days, I'm going to be trying out the team that got second place at Dallas Regionals a few weekends ago. This team was built by a really great player called Binjie Wang, and he was able to make it all the way to second at Dallas. He actually got second, I think, at Portland Regionals earlier on in this season as well, so he's a really excellent player. And you're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of him. And I think the team is obviously really cool. Features, obviously, the Durant, which is a Pokemon that I think a bunch of players had pretty high up on their, their tier lists, but, isn't exactly a staple of the metagame, and people, I think, kind of slept on it going into Dallas Regionals. So, a really incredible run by Binjie to finish second at that tournament. And I actually lost to this exact team composition. It was piloted by another really great player called Yihui, and we played in round 9 of Dallas, and I got smacked basically against it. So I'm really excited to feature this team. It's got a lot of cool stuff, and I think Durant will be coming out in pretty much every game that we play with. So pretty excited to feature it. Go check out Binjie, linked in the description below. And this is a rental team, so feel free to try out the team yourself. Before we get started though, guys, we passed 100,000 subscribers earlier today, and that's just absolutely mind-blowing to me. I started this channel 6 years ago. It's to spread my knowledge and love of competitive Pokemon in VGC, and I never thought it would get as big as it is today. So I'm really, really happy to have been able to build a community with you guys, been able to share my love for the game, and I just really appreciate that you guys have been on this journey, whether you've been here from the start or whether you've joined more recently. I owe it all to you guys, so thank you. I'm going to do another video separate from Road to Rank where I talk a little bit more about my thoughts and everything, but I really appreciate it so much, guys. So thank you guys so much. This is a big accomplishment for me, but I kind of owe it to all of you guys as well, and I see this kind of as a collective group effort. And honestly, I've loved doing YouTube, and the main reason is because I get to interact with so many great people, and I feel like throughout the years we've been able to build a really great fan base and a community on this channel. And part of the reason why it's so fun is because I get to interact with you guys. You guys are really some of the best fans out there, so thank you for continuing to watch my content, for continuing to support me, and for just being the best people out there, because it makes it so much more enjoyable at the end of the day when I get to interact with all of you guys. So yeah, question of the day, I'm thinking of doing a super long Twitch stream sometime next week to celebrate. I haven't streamed very frequently on Twitch, and I think this is the perfect time to finally get into it. Got a bunch of emotes commissioned finally. I've got a lot of cool stuff planned as well for subscribers, so if you guys are free for a Twitch stream next week, definitely let me know, and let's actually get started with this episode. As always, if you guys enjoy, please show your support by leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you guys so much once again for 100K. So, we're going up against a Parish Trap team for the first game today, and I think Durant's honestly really good here because it just provides so much heavy offense. So I'm definitely going to go with Durant. To be honest, we don't even need the speed boost from Whimsicott. Just double checking all the sets here. This is Expert Belt Whimsicott as well, which is pretty interesting. A Taunt could come in handy here though against, say, the Gothitelle. So it can't Trick Room, for example. The Togekiss here actually has Helping Hand, which is pretty useful as well. Helping Hand just demolishes things when you're using it next to Durant. I'm going to go Durant. I mean, Milotic is actually tempting because the one thing that's going to give the Durant trouble is the Arcanine, and so Milotic can just soak up competitive boosts. We're also going to need something to beat the Ferrothorn and the Snorlax, so probably want Conkeldurr for that. I'm just trying to figure out what my best lead option here is. I don't like Whimsicott too much here. It doesn't do much damage. The only thing it really provides me help with is Taunt. But maybe we can get around that. I'm thinking Togekiss Durant with... I don't like Chandelure too much here, so I think I'm going to go with Conkeldurr and Milotic, yeah. It's my first time playing with the team, so I'm going to definitely be a little rough on the edges, but it's a really good team. And I think Durant Dynamax is very, very frequently with this team. Durant's a really interesting Pokemon. I think Hustle, as a ability with Dynamax is really, really strong because you don't have to worry about missing attacks, and so something like Dracozolt is, pretty strong, non-Dynamax, but Durant, I think almost always wants a Dynamax. And we're actually going to see Gothitelle and Arcanine, which was a pretty risky lead, given that I could have led Milotic, so maybe I should have, honestly. So we are going to get intimidated. What's scary here is if it is Heat Wave Arcanine. Because what I want to do is just Dynamax, go for Max Quake, and Helping Hand. But the problem here is, I don't know how bulky the Arcanine is. It's probably going to be super bulky on a team like this. So, yeah, maybe Durant Milotic would have been better. Although, the thing with Durant Milotic is that because we don't have Protect on this Durant, it kind of just gets trapped in immediately. So, I think I actually probably needed to play a little bit better around the Gothitelle lead, specifically. So, nice lead by my opponent. I think definitely probably got outled here. So Durant's going to come out, but obviously it's still super weak to fire, and a Heat Wave will just crush us. I'm not sure if Heat Wave knocks us out if we get that special defense boost. So we're going to get the Helping Hand. Curious what Gothitelle goes for here. It's going to go for Fake Out. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Helping Hand priority is faster, which is excellent. So if Max Quake gets the knockout here, we're going to be in an amazing spot. I'm just not sure it does. Get the KO. Nice! There's Durant for you. Beautiful. Yeah, that's why this thing is just a monster. This is how I got crushed at Regionals in Game 1. I led Whimsicott and Duraludon, and my opponent led Togekiss and the Durant. And I was like, okay, I can just Dynamax, I can knock out Togekiss, go for Tailwind. Or I went for Fake Tears, I think, because I thought it might be Babiri Togekiss. And then I just got Helping Handed and Max Quaked, and it just knocked out Dynamax Duraludon. So, yeah. This is cool. We can actually use the Bug Dynamax attack here now. Might be better just to go for Dazzling Gleam and Max Bug in case for some reason it's Focus Sash Gothitelle, which is actually like not unheard of. At -1 attack, we might still knock it. I'm just worried about it being Citrus Berry and like us like healing it. But yeah, I'm just gonna go for Max Bug and Dazzling Gleam. So Sandaconda is gonna Dynamax. That's not too surprising. But yeah, my opponent doesn't. Like, the Perish Trap option isn't as viable in this game, basically, because I've already knocked out a Pokemon. I could have gone for Helping Hand, Max Bug, but I feel like -1 Max Bug probably still knocks out Gothitelle. If not, like, should be in KO range from a Dazzling Gleam. Although I guess I maybe would need a crit Dazzling Gleam if it does have that berry. So here's Durant. Let's see how much this does. That's disgusting. Yeah, this is why Durant's so good. Like, even intimidated, we're still one-shotting things, especially with the Helping Hand support. So, yeah, super, super free first 2 turns, basically. The big thing here was that we had the priority from Helping Hand, so we did not get faked out. And even without the crit, the Dazzling Gleam still does 40% there to Sandaconda, which is quite impressive, honestly. So it's going to be G-Max Sandblast, but we're in a phenomenal spot right now, honestly. Yeah, that doesn't even... That brings us exactly to 50%, actually. So the thing about Durant that makes it so good is that it's super fast. Hustle and Life Orb is a disgusting combination, and you're able to get insane coverage with it. You can run so many different attacks, right? But like Steel, Bug, and Stab is already really good. You can run like Fighting, you can run Ground, you can run Dark. Like there's so many options, and I'm not worried about this Ferrothorn coming out because we've got the Conkeldurr on the back. So our goal is really to just knock out Sandaconda. We don't have great coverage against the Ferrothorn, so here we can probably just go for like a Max Steel Spike onto Sandaconda and a Helping Hand. Because our Conkeldurr is going to win 1v1 against Ferrothorn. If Sandaconda decides to Max Guard here, we won't get the defense boost, but it looks like we should be able to get it off. And Ferrothorn's protected, which is even better. So this game honestly went, I would say, pretty much perfectly. There is not a single thing that... Given the lead, like, Arcanine was kind of scary, but yeah, I wasn't sure if the Max Quick was knocking out, but it was enough to end up getting the KO. So, don't sleep on Durant, guys. It is really powerful. So, Dynamax is going to end for us after this turn, but that's fine. Like, Conkeldurr can 2v1 at this point, honestly. I don't even know if Sandblast knocks us out. Yeah, it doesn't. So, the Protect from Ferrothorn there, probably to scout out for a potential Heat Wave. And we actually survived from Sandtube as well, which is quite nice. So, yeah, my opponent ultimately just had a pretty slow team, and this is like a really bulky defensive team, but Durant can just still overwhelm you with offense because it's just one of the strongest attackers in this metagame, basically. So, let's see. We might miss, but I guess Axes or Iron Head doesn't really make a difference here, I guess. Just going to attack with both. Just going to go for Iron Head here. Actually, I want to see the X's or animation. I've not seen that in this game yet. And Dazzling Gleam. And we're going to get knocked out by Sandtomb, but like I said, with Milotic and Conkeldurr in the back. That's a good max guard from Sandaconda, but now the Dynamax ends after this turn. So I might get knocked out with both Pokemon here, but like I really don't mind, because like I said, I've got Milotic and Conkeldurr, and that's just going to win against both of these Pokemon pretty easily. I thought about bringing the Chandelure, potentially. Was that a crit? Yeah, okay. I thought about bringing the Chandelure, but I don't know. Like, there was the Lapras, which I wasn't a big fan of. I can't really touch Snorlax, so yeah. Jarball crits us there. We might have survived because we had that defense boost if we don't get crit there, but it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. We should just be able to outspeed with Milotic and Conkeldurr, I think. Although I actually don't remember the speed stats of that off the top of my head for this team specifically. But you're not knocking us out anyway, and Conkeldurr is able to just heal back with Drain Punch, and once Flame Orb activates, it's just knocking out Ferrothorn cleanly. But here we can just go for Scald onto Sandaconda and Drain Punch onto Ferrothorn. So, yeah. I mean, the Durant just, you saw, put on so much offensive pressure here. The downside here is that we didn't have a fighting, so we didn't have a way to one-shot the Ferrothorn, basically, but it's fine. Can just Drain Punch here. Well, I guess we shouldn't risk missing Muddy Water, so Ice Beam should get the knockout here. It's not Assault Vest Anaconda, I don't think, given that I had Max Guard, so, yeah. It's gonna protect. Alright, that's smart. Power Whip shouldn't knock us out anyway, though, so whatever. Unless you crit us, but even if you crit us, like, I think Conkeldurr just wins against both of these Pokemon anyway, and wow. Drain Punch does so much damage there. Yeah. Like, we can just Mach Punch and Ice Beam next turn. So let's see if Power Whip KOs us. I don't think it should. Yeah, not even close. Milotic is one of the tankier Pokemon, obviously, in the format. So, yeah, that's perfect. And we're free to just attack again this next turn. Could even go for, I guess, the Mach Punch onto Sandaconda, but what we don't want to risk is if Ferrothorn, like, crits the Conkeldurr and Conkeldurr faints, because then Milotic loses 1v1 against Ferrothorn, so it's just smarter to go for... I think there's pretty much no reason not to go for Drain Punch and Ice Beam here onto both. Muddy Water is kind of a cool option on Milotic, too. You know, obviously you attack both Pokemon, so Ferrothorn goes for Protect, but that's fine. We should outspeed the Sandaconda. Yep. Wonder what item it had. Because it's not Assault Vest, obviously. I don't know what actually item is most common on Sandaconda. Maybe Recovery Berry, but it didn't have Citrus there, so... Could be like a, I don't know, Water Resist? I guess maybe we could have Muddy Water there to find out, but I'd rather go for the 100% win condition here. And yeah, so, I mean, ultimately I think this game was like a perfect demonstration of why Durant is so good, potentially. Especially with Helping Hand support, like, it negates the Intimidate, and, like, Durant's one of those Pokemon that just, like, at neutral can one-shot so many Pokemon in this format, so, yeah. Just Ice Beam and Drain Punch. Mach Punch actually there would have just finished it off, I think, but yeah. So we end up getting a win here for our first game with this team. I think, not sure I would have changed too much. Like, if I actually led Whimsicott Durant, we would have been in a pretty terrible position, because I can't protect with Durant, and the Max Quake isn't knocking out Arcanine after the Intimidate, I don't think. I'm just actually curious. Oh, Binding Band on Sandaconda. That's interesting. Iapapa. Yeah, so... nothing too surprising here. Yeah, Bulky Arcanine. And Ferrothorn. Okay. Ultimately, I think the problem with a team like that is like you typically want to be super bulky and like survive attacks, basically. And Durant basically just punches holes through everything on that team. There's pretty much no answer against it, especially with that Helping Hand support. So, yeah, it ended up working out quite nicely. And this is why Durant's such a scary Pokemon, right? Like, it can one-shot even some of like the bulkiest Pokemon in the game, which makes it just a huge threat. So we've got a bunch of things to worry about for this next game. We have to worry about the potential Ice Shard into Dragapult to activate the weakness policy. Grimmsnarl can self-swagger onto Own Tempo Mudsdale as well. There's also Fake Tears from Grimmsnarl, so you can combo that with Duraludon. I don't know. I mean, Tailwind's not bad here with Whimsicott, because it ensures that we outspeed with everything. We don't have Icy Wind, which is a little unfortunate. I want Durant here, so I mean, Durant one-shots like so many things. We could go Durant, Togekiss again, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards Whimsicott to set up Tailwind immediately. I mean, Whimsicott Chandelure honestly doesn't seem terrible here. If we get Tailwind up, like, Chandelure is able to just put on a lot of damage against a lot of the things on the opposing side. So I'm thinking Whimsicott Chandelure with Durant in the back. It's between Conkeldurr and Milotic. Leaning towards Conkeldurr, but Milotic's matchup against the Mudsdale is slightly better. But I think I'm going to go Conkeldurr here. And this is a game where you could really bring all like 6 Pokemon. And there's a ton of different lead combos we could have gone with as well. So I don't know if I chose the best option, to be honest. But the thing with the Chandelure lead is that with the Sash, we can survive an attack from Dragapult. I guess if Vanillux Dragapult comes out, then you can probably get a double knockout turn 1, which is kind of scary. So So what is this? Grimmsnarl? Grimmsnarl Dragon Ball, okay. Kinda want to Tailwind, Dynamax, and Max Phantasm into Dragapult. Because I feel like Dragapult pretty much always Dynamaxes here. We're definitely Tailwinding here. I mean, the problem is if you Thunder Wave the Chandelure. Grimmsnarl is also, yeah, not super fun because of the Thunder Wave shenanigans. It's probably better to conserve our Dynamax for Durant. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to Tailwind Shadow Ball. We'll see if he has Thunder Wave. He could have Fake Out. He could double up on a Whimsicott. Actually, I kind of wish I Dynamaxed. I actually think I should have. Because what could happen right now is Fake Out Max Phantasm and a or Whimsicott. I don't get Tailwind of, and then Shadow Ball doesn't knock out Dragapult, and then I don't have Tailwind support. So I actually think going for Max... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, here my opponent also has to worry about Trick Room, and maybe I actually should have gone that route, but okay, no Fake Out. I'm wondering if Grimmsnarl is Thunder Waving or attacking here. Yeah, it actually has Sucker Punch. Maybe it was good we didn't Dynamax then, because that still would do a ton of damage. Like, it would definitely is 2-hit KOing us. Okay. Ooh, Max Airstream. I think we should still be outspeeding it. We're definitely outspeeding it with Durant, but I'm just worried about Thunder Wave. I don't know if Chandelure outspeeds this Dragapult at +1. I think we do bring out Durant here, though. Yeah, Sucker Punch. Not super common on Grimmsnarl, but I think that's a great move. Leaning towards just doubling up here onto the Dragapult, but it could pretty easily Max Guard. I want a Steel Spike. In case we get Thunder Waved onto the Durant. Alright, let's see. Because here, what my opponent could go for is Max Guard and then Sucker Punch, which burns a turn of Dynamax. If you Thunder Wave, I don't know if Chandelure outspeeds. That's why I was concerned. Yeah, because I don't remember the Chandelure speed stat off the top of my head, which I probably should know. I think it's max speed, max special attack. He actually goes for the Max Guard. Really good play. Let's see if he's got Thunder Wave. And he's got Thunder Wave. Yep. Okay. I think we could actually Trick Room here. But we still have 2 turns of Tailwinds. I don't think that's worth it. You gotta target the Chandelure here with the Sucker Punch, though. So I've got Conkeldurr in the back, which is pretty good. My opponent has played this really well, honestly. The Maxer was, like, relatively obvious as well, so I probably should have tried to work my way around that. But I didn't know the Grimmsnarl's full moveset yet. But I think Thunder Wave is to be expected, so I should have played around that. I'm worried about... Yeah, I think I'm just going to double up onto the Dragapult here. It shouldn't do too much damage to Durant. Right, he's just going to Sucker Punch. Yeah, we could have Tricked him or switched out into Conkeldurr there. I guess that should be physical Dragapult. Never mind. He's special. Wow. That was like a perfect game by my opponent, honestly. Even if we targeted the Grimmsnarl last turn, I guess we'd still be faster with Chandelure, probably. But Thunder Wave just demolished us here. Not having speed control. Well, we had speed control, but Dragapult being so fast next to Grimmsnarl was just really strong. So this shows the downside of Durant, where if you are able to paralyze it and you're able to outspeed it, you are often one-shotting it with a fire-type attack. So what would I have led differently against this duel? I honestly think going for like a turn 1 Trick Room might be worth it. I could have led Togekiss Durant as well. I actually think the Dynamax Chandelure play could have worked out nicely, because I assume that knocks out Dragapult. I'm not sure. Yeah, but if it does knock out Dragapult, then that trade is worth it, because we're knocking out my opponent's Dynamax. But then we have Durant. It's not Dynamax. I guess that's still one-shots. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, wow. It was physical with Flamethrower. Probably specifically for Durant. Or Ferrothorn. Very interesting. This has Facade as well. Coil Hypnosis, which I've actually run into. And Eject Button. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So not screens. Which makes a lot of sense. If you're seeing something like Sucker Punch, it's often not going to have screens, I think. Yeah, like Fake Out Thunder Wave, Sucker Punch. So it's more like utility, basically. Then you can run like Fake Tears as well. That one obviously a trick, which is pretty cool. Alright, we're going to find our third opponent of the day. Let's see what they're using. Okay. This person was really high ranked, too. They were 202 on the ladder. Berserker, Rhydon, which I honestly didn't even know was in this format, and Aromatisse. So I guess it's Anadrampa, which we actually just used in WBE. I mean, it looks very Trick Roomy with Aromatisse being able to set up Trick Room, and then a lot of slow Pokemon. Rhydon here is interesting for Lightning Rod with Charizard. I mean, I think Durant can just demolish everything on the team, though. So I'm tempted to lead with Durant. We've also got Whimsicott for like Taunt. Okay, we're definitely bringing Conkeldurr in the back. I mean, we've got Imprisoned Chandelure as well, right? I feel like we've got the speed advantage here, so we don't necessarily need Tailwind, so why not just Chandelure Durant? Because we can Imprison Trick Room, and then Durant can just slowly sweep everything one by one. With Conkeldurr in the back, Milotic might not be bad. It can wall things decently. Otherwise, I'd probably bring Togekiss, but I think I like Milotic a little bit more here. It's pretty bulky, can switch into attacks, and matches up well against Rhydon. So, yeah. That's a really cool team. Like, I don't know, there's just a ton of crazy stuff happening on that side. So we'll see. The one thing that's scaring me, I guess, is like Scarf Charizard. Because if it is Scarf, then it'll be able to outspeed us. But otherwise, I think Durant should be good here. But the one scary thing about using Durant is, or one of the scary things, is that it doesn't have Protect / Max Guard. It is actually Charizard Aromatisse, which is kind of what I was expecting. But I gotta say, one thing I am actually afraid of that I did not mention is Ally Switch Aromatisse. I really kind of expect to see Ally Switch. So we could just risk Rock Slide, but with Hustle, it's pretty inaccurate. Alternatively, we could just switch Durant out into Milotic. I'm honestly leaning towards. I just think Aromatisse is Ally Switch here. We could predict the 50-50 and that would make us look like a absolute god, or we could just go for the normal Rock Slide. I really don't want to miss though. And I'm gonna actually switch out into Milotic. And just Heat Wave. No, I want to Imprison, sorry. Yeah. Let's see if the Ally Switch comes out. If it doesn't, I mean, it'll be super frustrating because Max Rockfall and Imprison turn 1 just wins the game, pretty much. There's the Dynamax, okay. I feel like if you're Dynamaxing, you've got to be Ally Switching. It's like caught in a Master Ball, that's interesting. Is it G-Max then? It's probably G-Max, right? Yeah. Okay. This is fine, honestly, then. Imprison will shut down Trick Room. I mean, I'm really curious what Aromatisse was going for here. Ally Switch? Yeah, I called it. Man, we would have looked so smart if we just went for Max Rockfall, but, like, I don't want to risk that. This play still ends up working out fine, honestly. You don't do that much damage with G-Max Wildfire. We Imprison the Trick Room, and then next turn we can go for... I mean, Max Grass will do a lot to us, and it's Life Orb, too. I don't know. I mean, I could have clicked Rock Slide there and Imprison, but if we miss, just in such an awkward spot. I don't know if G-Max Grass knocks us out. I think it does, unfortunately. Yeah. You know, this would be crazy. We could Dynamax Milotic. I actually kind of like that play. I don't know. I mean, because we still have to play the Ally Switch Mind Game if we Dynamax Durant. Charizard's just such a big threat. So this is kind of nuts, but I'm actually going to Dynamax Milotic and double up on Charizard with Max Geyser and Shadow Ball. Yeah. Durant, even without Dynamax, can still sweep. Like, it'll knock out everything, basically. It's just that I have to deal with Hustle and missing attacks. But yeah, if I just went for Max Rockfall turn 1 onto Aromatisse, that would have been like GG instantly. But, like, my opponent doesn't have allies. I mean, I guess you're never staying in with Charizard there. I don't know. So, yeah. This kind of playing flexible right now with Dynamax. Yeah, okay, Max Overgrowth. Should survive this after Dynamaxing. Yep, perfect. Yeah, we actually took that really well. Now we're going to be healing back with Recover and Lefties, although that basically negates, like, the G-Max Wildfire. But Charizard should be going down here from this double up. Yep. Special Defense Trap. Maybe we really need that, but we'll take it. And Max Geyser comes out. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there wasn't a guaranteed 100% safe play on that first turn. We could click Rock Slide, like I said, but Rock Slide's already slightly inaccurate, and then you deal with Hustle, and it, I don't know, it just isn't super... I guess, I mean, the probability of it working out is still pretty good, I guess, especially if we're choosing not to Dynamax, and we conserve our Dynamax for Milotic in the back. So maybe just Rock Slide Shadow Ball turn 1 is fine. Or Rock Slide Trick Room. Sorry, Rock Slide Imprison. Okay, but the key thing here is my opponent can't set up Trick Room, which is good, which is why Imprison is awesome. And we're going to heal back up from lefties and grassy terrain. Don't know if I don't think another Wildfire KOs us. Yeah, because we have over 10% health, and it'll do 112. As Berserker comes out. I don't know how fast that is. Steel. Got Imprison up. I mean, I'm leaning towards just Max Geysering the Aromatisse. We want to knock that out so Trick Room can't go up. I guess I'll just Shadow Ball it, because then I'll definitely be in KO range even if it has like Babiri Berry from like an Iron Head. So the question is how fast Berserker is. Does it outspeed our Milotic? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Dynamax Milotic coming out. Does Max Geyser pick up this knockout in the rain? It does. Great. That means there's no Trick Room potential now for my opponent. So we have the speed advantage, which is huge. And he's got Crunch. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I think Milotic, like I said, hangs on with just a sliver of HP. And then we still have one more turn to Dynamax. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so this Milotic's actually, Dynamaxing was huge for us in this game. It's not really considered like an offensive Pokemon, but in this case I think it was the right choice. So the question is Conkeldurr or Durant? Who did my opponent have in the back? There was Drampa, Rhydon. Yeah, forgetting the last one. There were just so many crazy things happening there. Drampa, Rhydon. Leaning towards Conkeldurr here. I mean, Durant's faster. It'll guaranteed outspeed things. We also know we're faster than Berserker with Milotic, which is good. This Drampa. Okay. I wish I had Superpower here, but we don't. It's fine. Because Cloud9. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Conkeldurr should win against Drampa pretty easily. I think I just want to double up onto Berserker here. Max Geyser. I'm just afraid of missing. Yeah, maybe Conkeldurr would have been the smarter bring. Stomping. If we hit the Stomping Tantrum, though, I think we're good. But that's still a tall ask. And we miss. Oh, yeah, I think Conkeldurr was probably the smarter Pokemon to bring out there, then. That's frustrating. Alright, he's gonna Crunch. Hyper Voice? Do we survive that? Hydro Pump? Huh. Okay. I didn't even know Drampa got Hydro Pump, to be honest, but I guess that makes up for the miss on our end. I feel like Hyper Voice there was pretty safe, and we actually survived, too, from the Wildfire, so... Yeah. I feel like justice in the end was, we got the justice that we needed. But I think Conkeldurr is probably the safer option. I just honestly forgot my opponent's last Pokemon, so I was afraid, but I don't think there was anything that was beating Conkeldurr anyway. Yeah, it was my opponent's own Conkeldurr, so I think I messed up by not bringing my Conkeldurr, but... Oh, we can actually recover here. Let's see, Wildfire is out of the way now. Like, I think recovering is Maybe just Muddy Water and... well, Hyper Voice will potentially KO both, so I actually like Recover and Stomping Tantrum. Because Conkeldurr will be able to just knock out either at this point. We actually miss again. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I mean, the thing with Muddy Water is if Berserker protects and Drampa Hyper Voices. So he's going to crunch Durant. Does Drampa go for Draco Meteor? If it does, I mean, then it just loses. Yeah, just Hyper Voicing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's fine. So normal Durant. I think this game has highlighted everything about Durant. The first episode, or sorry, this episode has highlighted everything because the first game, like, Durant absolutely demolished, and then in this game, or the second game, it got absolutely crushed because you can see basically how frail it is, and in this game it shows that normal Durant is not very solid, to be honest. Okay, so we'll bring out... I'm actually afraid of Weakness Policy Drampa, to be honest. I don't know if Muddy Water gets the KO here on Berserker either. I feel like it probably does. But I'm leaning towards Recovering and Mach Punching. Yeah. That covers all our options. I think Mach Punch should knock out Berserker. Yep. I just don't want to activate like Ice Beam into Drampa and activate like a Weakness Policy, because like that's how we could lose here. Weakness Policy up and just Hyper Voice knocks out like Conkeldurr. The main thing here is that you're not knocking out Conkeldurr. It's just gonna Hyper Voice, yeah. Okay. Rain stops, that's fine. That did 109. I think I would rather actually maybe click Drain Punch here. Oh, we'll see who's faster. Actually, no, Drampa's not damaged, so we won't be able to see. I could have maybe played this a little more optimal, but I don't know. I was really scared of a bunch of things. Flame or Mach Punch plus Ice Beam might just get the knockout. Because I don't think Hyper Voice is knocking out Milotic anyway. What I don't want... I don't remember how fast this Conkeldurr should outspeed, though, so I think we're fine to just Recover and Drain Punch. Maybe Mach Punch Ice Beam is better. But I don't know if that KOs, and I'm worried about... if it doesn't have Weakness Policy, we'll be good anyway. And we should be faster with Conkeldurr. Let's see. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I just like clicking Recover here because it covers the option if Drampa protects for some reason. It's probably Assault Vest, to be honest. And we are faster, okay, yeah. I figured we'd be faster. I mean, Drampa's like so slow, but, and I don't remember how fast this Conkeldurr was, but even if it was min speed, I think we're still outspeeding min speed Drampa, so, yeah. Didn't need to be so complicated, honestly, but I think if I just brought out Conkeldurr initially, I think we would have been fine. I just had to play around a lot of random things in this game, though, right? There was, like, the Ally Switch turn 1, which I actually called as well, but I don't know. I think it's still better to switch into Milotic. Dynamax Milotic was actually amazing for us here. And in the end, I don't know, there was no Protect from either Pokemon, so I would assume Assault Vest on the Milotic, but don't know what item the Berserker had. But yeah, I feel like once again, this episode demonstrated everything that Durant has to offer. Like, it shows how it can be really good when Dynamax and it can destroy teams. It shows how it can be super bad when you just get one-hit KO'd by something that's faster, like, you know, Max Flare from Dragapult. And then this last one shows that normal Durant, like, that's exactly why I switched out turn 1 too. Like, if I'm missing... Your chances of hitting even 100% accurate moves get lowered significantly because of Hustle, so with the 90% attack, obviously it's even less, and I just really... Like, I felt like if we missed that, it would just be so bad for us. Whereas the Milotic switch and burn a turn of Dynamax as well, so yeah. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the Durant team, because this is a really fun team to use, and that was my first time actually Dynamaxing both the Durant and the Milotic, so that was pretty cool. So go check out the creator of the team, once again, linked in the description below, and you can also try out the team yourself. And yeah, thank you guys so much for 100K once again. I'll be back with the video. I'll probably post it early tomorrow, just talking about everything and thanking you guys for everything, but it's really been an awesome journey, and I'm excited to obviously keep up with Road to Rank, but do more stuff going into the future as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.